almost had everything right. All right, everybody. You got a little sneak peek. We're all excited. The big crypto report is coming out, the White House report. They're going to be stacking sats, it sounds like. I want to see what Satoshi Sean has to say about it right after this. So join us, jump in the live chat, and check out both of our channels right after this. Man, I almost didn't hit the live.
Man.
I had it. Did you see how close my countdown was?
Yeah, I heard you say, "Ooh." I thought you left like the website that they were looking at on the screen.
No, and see, now I forgot to turn on comments. Hi there, Coffee Stocks, Nana and Ron. Yeah, I gotta catch up. It was our first day back. We're starting school already, and yes, it's July, but we do get out like really early, and then we're off for like 2 months at Christmas, so I can't really complain. And it was just orientation day, but it seemed very
like long. I told you, it's like when I went to German school, it was like that. Mm. It was that huge break, which I thought was weird because they don't have Thanksgiving, but
it's actually better for retention, for kids to go like on a almost more year-round kind of school and have like more breaks like that are just spread out or whatever, because we have like a fall break that's kind of longish, like a 2-week or 3-week fall break, and we have a spring break like that, and then the big Christmas break, and then the 2-month summer break. So I don't know. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cool. All the other like American kids had to go to school and I was out. But then during summer, but then also we didn't go for a full day. Like we only went full day like twice, and then 3 days we got out like at noon.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it was a lot more laid back.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna answer Juan's question. So we have had some good movement. We did accept a contingency, and we put a clause in there that we would continue showing it until they could, I think they have to like prove their funds, and then they have to sell their house or whatever. But then they just had an offer on their house, and they're trying to get their stuff all finalized. But then between that and today, we've had another family come see our house twice, and they stayed for like an hour both times, and they're very interested. And they know that there's this contingency, so they have to come with full price and have their money in hand to bump this person off. So it's kind of a win-win for us. It is great news. I'm very, very thankful. That might mean a quicker close for us, which would, I think, be great news considering how quickly I think these markets are changing. And that's the stuff I wanted to talk to you about, Sean. This big report coming out is kind of all the buzz in the crypto world. And there was some other things that I wanted to pick your brain about, but can we start here with this, I guess, White House digital asset report will include recommendations on feasibility of a strategic national stockpile of crypto. Others are saying like that it won't touch, zero taxpayer cost is what Swan's reporting. So it's a Bitcoin reserve funded by seized Bitcoin. So will this be kind of an audit of what's been seized, and will they show those transactions? What do you think this report's going to be? How do you think that's going to affect?
Well, I think also I want to know like what is seized Bitcoin? I mean, is that if you have a bunch of hardware wallets, but you're not able to access them, you don't really have it, It's so.
Isn't it like what they did to Roger Ver and things like that?
That's the thing, I don't know. Because I mean, if they like, just what does seized mean? Do they have actual access to the Bitcoin, or do they just know where it is? Because you got to think, you could get away with so much propaganda with this stuff.
That's true.
The normies know nothing.
The
You know,
words.
like you could say, we've arrested Roger Ver, who has 20 bajillion Bitcoin, and now we have 20 bajillion. You don't have anything. You just have Roger. You know, you have to get that to get access to it. That's the whole point of it. But I think
Even if they technically considered, because they seized Reggie's Vertasium and Bitcoin. Like, are they just talking? It says digital assets report, but is it just Bitcoin or is it other digital assets? And then they seized Reggie's through the SEC, and that's an ongoing battle. But that's in a multi-sig wallet. That Reggie's one of the signers. So to your point, they don't really have.
yeah.
They be considering that as part of.
That's the thing. They need more transparency to know what that means, and also digital assets. I mean, you could have Bored Apes. You know, I mean, it's a very broad thing.
Could they consider stable coins as digital assets in that?
Absolutely, yeah.
That could be really scary.
Well, I think that's what they're going to be pushing. Because anything to help prop up the dollar, and that would definitely help prop up the dollar. But I think that I think we've done that. The Area 52 effect. I think it's happened in crypto while we've been sitting here, where sure a lot of people. I know lots of people that are just like crazy internet monopoly money. And all literally within a couple of months, it's normal.
Yeah.
Now they're like, I think my 401k is going to put like 5% or 10%. It's just overnight has become acceptable to everybody. And so I don't know. I think we're. It's weird because I thought it would be like an explosion, but it's not. It comes in real slow and quiet.
That's that adoption curve. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure I can find a picture of it really quick. Where they talk about innovation, adoption, whatever in the percentages, and then Rogers innovation curve. Well, early, late, majority. This one looks like it has a little more information on it. Yeah, this is a good one. Let's share this tab instead. Because once you get to that, trial 1, trial 2, trial and success, and then adoption via, the chasm, establish new patterns of reuse, add to the adoption by late majority. Change is accepted part of the company culture. Like, I think we are at least here, right? Late majority. I mean, we had one of our daughters came over yesterday, and she's showing us her Cash App card and talking about how she, I do that roundup Bitcoin thing. And, I don't know when she's, of course we've been.
I don't think we're at adoption late majority yet, but we're at acceptance.
So you think we're past it?
No, I don't think we're there yet at all. I know lots of people who use the roundup and have Bitcoin, but they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to send it. They don't. It's all custodial. They don't. So there's actual, they've accepted that it's not fake monopoly money.
Okay.
They've accepted it's a real asset, but there is not the adoption yet where they know what it's about and how to use it.
So you think we're somewhere in here, roll out to early majority, early groups?
I think it's a whole new thing.
In company.
I think it's I think it's like nothing we've ever seen. There's this video, I gotta find it, but it was this guy goes up to like a kiosk, and he's like, it's supposed to be hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago, and he's like, yeah, I want to buy 2 of these and 1 of those. And the guy's like, all right, it's 1.5 chickens. And he goes, all right, chickens, I have this new thing though, it's called gold.
Oh.
And he was like, why would I want that? He goes, look, it's really hard to mine. It's hard to find. It takes a lot of work. But you can, it's very, it's scarce. And he's trying to explain. This guy's like, no, man, chickens. That's what we want. Chickens is money. You give me 1.5 chickens, I'll give you these onions and this. He goes, why would anyone ever want gold? That's stupid. And then so because it was a Bitcoin, skit. And then this guy comes up and he's like, it's 2 chickens. And he goes, let me tell you about this new thing. He goes, all right, I'll take gold. He goes, whoa, this is called silver. And it was, it's like, what? But yeah, I gotta find it. It's hilarious.
There was, and I'm not a big Steve Bannon fan, but Judy Shelton was on. What's it called? His things like War Room or something like that.
Mm.
And that's not it. Steve Bannon. It was on Rumble, and it was an interview he did with Judy Shelton, and it was like something about redoing the dollar or something like this. Oh, there's so many fake accounts on Rumble. It is so hard to find things. Anyway, they had, I sent it to my mom and Charlie. It started off, you have to scrub through the first like 9-10 minutes because it's just really annoying. And it's him having like CNN talk or something. But then he goes into, they have like a skit of like our forefathers talking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and they're talking about how, well, if we could only get the state's debt or treasuries to centralize in a central bank, then other countries would trust us, and then they would buy our bonds, and kind of talks about like how the central banks were formed, and that the states were kind of tricked into, instead of having their states' treasuries be sovereign and actually backed by gold and silver,
Mm-hmm.
they were tricked into this central banking cabal. And then it cuts to Judy Shelton, and she does this interview, and she's talking about how she's going to be meeting with Congress coming up this next week or so, and really asking them, why they have not upheld their constitutional duty to, legislate and do the things that they're supposed to. And that actually, like, Powell, hopefully, he was asking her, like, who do you think they're going to put in for replace Powell? When's he supposed to be replaced? Oh, it's like May of next year or something. Or it's August of this year. I can't remember.
I think it's May of next year.
May of next year. Okay.
Yeah. I know it's like almost a year. If he fired him, it was going to be like almost a year. Everybody was talking about.
Okay. And she said, I don't know, but it should be somebody that's looking at constitutional money. And then she starts getting into all the constitutional things that have been, broken, and all these contracts that have been broken.
I think it's something that for the first time regular folks are looking at,
Mm-hmm.
because we haven't had inflation like this ever. All the super liberals who are fighting for, $25 minimum wage.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, we actually need 50 now.
Right.
So, like, what?
No, and that was to her point. Just one more thing. I'm sorry. To her point that money was always supposed to be a store of value.
Mm-hmm.
And it was when, like you were saying, it was gold
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But once they took us off the gold standard, and then they started printing to infinity, then it became decoupled from a store of value and could not be trusted anymore. And that's the part that's broken. And so now we're seeing, state treasuries during the Great Infection were starting to look at backing their state treasuries again. We're watching gold backs, which
Mm-hmm.
my friend Kent and I are going to do a video on once he gets back in town. He's on vacation, but and they just came out with the Oklahoma gold back, a really beautiful one featuring like Route 66, and it's got $25 value. But that's what she was talking about, is that money was always meant to be a store of wealth or value. So sorry for interrupting you, but
yeah, but so people are asking, like, why have we been fighting for 5 years to get a $25 minimum wage, and it's no good anymore? Now it's like we have to start all over for 50. It's like things can't be going up in price this much. It's like they're not. It's the money is dropping in value so fast, and I think people just was why people are starting to ask why, which we've talked about a million times. People need to start asking why again. Are you seeing me here?
Yes, I'm looking right at you.
I found the video. I put it in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
It is hilarious.
Click over there to see the private chat. Goodness sakes.
I haven't seen it in forever, but it was.
Oh, okay. That was it.
This was like me trying to explain Bitcoin back in the day.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. This will be cute. All right. Are you guys able to see it?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm muted. Okay.
Dodo heads, tepid lemonade. Get out of it. Ratskins, dodo heads, tepid lemonade.
Hey, mate. I'll take 5 of your ratskins and one of those tepid lemonades.
It's one chicken, mate. It's not a chicken.
No, that's much better than a chicken, my friend. That is gold.
What?
Gold. The currency of the future.
Great, come back in the future. Ratskins,
But no, mate, I don't think you understand. This has unlimited use.
Can I eat it?
No,
Can I wear it?
no,
Can I use it as firewood?
no.
It's starting to sound pretty limited, mate.
But you can melt it and then turn it into whatever you want.
Can I turn it into food?
No, you can't eat it.
Is this going to take long?
Hold on your horses, mate. We are dealing in futures here.
Oh, what's that? Is that a rock?
No, worse, it's cold.
Oh, cold. How do I get some cold?
Gold. I have people mining for it.
Oh, you have people. La-dee-da. We got a rich one here, eh? What do you pay them with?
Gold.
Next!
No, they say that this currency could be worth 1,000 ratskins, maybe even more, in just a few years.
Says who?
The people with gold.
Fuck. Next!
Look, every economy ever has been controlled by the big chicken banks.
Next!
And this is our opportunity to get out from under the big chicken boots,
Fuck me.
shake up the market, and start taking back our economic independence. Are you with me?
No.
Really? Come on, man. Look, all my mates are doing it.
I'll just get your hand off it, all right? Everyone's trying to predict the next alt rock. First it was stone, then bronze, then iron, now gold. What can I even do with this shiny shit? Make fucking jewelry out of it or something?
Yes, you can do that. Great idea, because it's malleable. And, best part of all, there's fuck all of it. It's a finite resource.
Mate, I'll tell you what a finite resource is. My fucking patience, all right? Now, piss off!
You know what? Stuff it. I'm taking it back. It's like talking to my dad.
Yeah. Why don't you go discover avocado and smash it on toast, you dickhead?
Yeah, maybe I will.
Sorry, mate.
I'll have a dodo head, thanks.
Half a chicken. Piss on me, not you two.
Oh, no. This is way better than gold. It's silver, or as I like to call it, light gold cash. It's faster to mine. It's...
It's got to be the last one, surely. Ratskins!
That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
A lot of cussing, but pretty
That
cute.
was like what it was like, 7 years ago trying to explain Bitcoin to people.
Mhm.
Like, it's money. It's real money. I know what money is.
But that's the whole thing, is people don't know what money is.
Yeah.
And that is how the central bankers tricked people.
Yeah. Well, gold is a good thing because my friend of mine, he would say, hey, man, I can't take your Bitcoin and go fill my truck up with gas at 7-Eleven. So it's worthless. I was like, yeah, I get your point, man. Well, let me ask you this. If I gave you a $500,000 gold bar, could you go and fill your truck up with that? And he goes, well, yeah. It was like, really? You could go and slap down a big bar of gold at 7-Eleven and they'll just give you change? Or it's like, no. It's like, no, you can't. You couldn't go fill your truck up with a $500,000 bar of gold. So don't give me crap about Bitcoin, and use that as an argument.
Yeah. But it's a store of, and to JB Rant's point, it's a store of our labor, our energy. So it's, do we have, and the biggest issue is, do we have control of whatever we're putting our energy or labor into? And so that's where the centralization is, where the danger is. And so as long as it's not centralized, then it's in our control, and we can decide, and at exchanges in free markets, what that's worth. I also saw this article talking about there's a attack planned on Monero. Did you see any of that?
No, I am mining Tari though, which Fluffy Pony is on the team and just started. So a lot of the guys that worked on starting Monero started Tari. Okay. But they've made it ASIC resistant. Everyone can mine it on a regular computer. Super easy. Great. Nice interface. Very
Tari, like Tari?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can.
This says Cubic plans to dominate Monero's hash rate this August, aiming for a 51% tech demo attack, not destruction. Cubic uses idle CPU cycles to mine Monero. XRM rewards are converted to Cubic tokens and burned, and then Monero community pushes miners to decentralize. So I didn't know if you'd heard about that. And
now I'm trying to get with them, the Tari team, and like either have an interview with them or something, talk about it. Here, you can bring up my miner. I put it up there. You can just bring it.
Put it in private chat, or
no? It's right in the bottom of the screen there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I have to remove this first. Add to stage.
So it's just super simple, and you can set it to. Where is it? You can put it on Eco, Ludicrous, or you can do a custom. How much of your core you want to put into it, and then it's updating everything right now. But it's simple. It doesn't like mess up your computer. You don't get rich on it, but I don't know. Maybe you could if it goes to like Monero did to hundreds of dollars.
Right, and if it's something simple while new people are onboarding, that could be interesting.
Yeah, but it's total privacy. It's a really cool project. I really like it. Like what they've done.
Okay, so it is a privacy token as well.
Yes, that's what its main focus is. And it's proof of work, so it's like Bitcoin, but it's like it's like Monero, but it's ASIC resistant, so that like Bitmain or whoever can't come out with a bunch of ASIC miners and take over the whole industry and take it away from people. Which is what happened with Bitcoin. People were mining it. Everyone was.
Hold on, he'll be back. He just hit something. He clicked the wrong thing. Once he realizes that he clicked the wrong thing, he'll be back. So that is where we're in this technology thing. So you were saying that that's what happened with Bitcoin, that everyone was mining it, and then
everyone was regular folks were mining it, on their PCs, and then ASIC miners came out, and then miners got faster and faster. You can't keep up. Regular people can't keep up with it anymore. Which is a whole nother. You can go on eBay and look up Bitcoin miners. It's bad. Regular folks just get ripped off. It's just they're worthless miners that people buy now for like $1,000 or something, thinking they're getting a good deal, and there's no way they can be profitable with it.
They can't ever catch up to the next best thing.
No. It's like getting a computer from the. It's like you need a computer and you go get one from the 90s. You're not going to be able to even run stuff on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, but they're all over eBay. And they're mine Bitcoin and get rich. Plug it in, and
That's what I've tried to tell. I have a friend that he's a little horse trader, wheeler dealer. He's like, oh, on this auction, they had all these Bitcoin miners, and I was going to go get them. And I was like, don't do it.
yeah,
Whoever put those on auction knows that they're done. They've lived their cycle, and that means they're not fast enough to get the next block. And they're dumping them on you.
yeah, they're not even, they're not worth it. The electricity cost to run them is more than what it's going to bring in. And it was like, especially Bitcoin miners it was like computers in the late 90s. They were the technology was moving so fast. It literally, you could walk into Circuit City or Best Buy and get the top of the line computer system. And while you're loading it in your car, someone's walking by. It's like, hey, you got that old thing? Dude, 10 minutes ago, this new one came out. I'm getting that one. It was crazy. And that's how mining was. It just wasn't.
Well, that's where Trump's talking about having some announcement about new chips in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so my son wants a gaming computer because he just plays on his Switch thing, where he plays like through the TV somehow. I don't know. But he wants like a computer to do it because you can do different things, build maps or whatever. But I'm terrified to go buy one because I'm like, as soon as I do, it's going to be, obsolete. I feel
No, not anymore.
No,
not anymore. Not for years. Now you're good for a while, long time.
The gaming computers and stuff.
Yeah,
because a lot of the gaming chips or cards or whatever are what the miners use, right?
Graphics card. Yeah,
Graphic cards. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have a fast graphic card to keep up with it. Ted can build you a nice system.
Really? I need to talk to
him. He loves to do that, build the hardware. He built mine. It was like crazy top of the line, like 4 years ago, and then I didn't use it for a year. So I kept putting off moving everything over from my other computer. And then it still was like top of the line. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what, I don't know. That is not my wheelhouse. And so I was just intimidated to go buy anything because I felt like it'd just be obsolete by the time we unwrap it. But has your dragon egg hatched? Oh, yes, you've hatched first because you had those cool ammo things.
Yeah. I was looking at that the other day. I was looking at all the different ones. Looked at someone just had a new one, and it was like I was trying to figure out the color.
There was an air fire one that hatched that is really cool.
Is that the purple one?
It's like a red dragon floating in the air or something.
This one was air, and maybe it was air, water, air. It was air, fire. It was purple, but it wasn't really purple. So I went down a rabbit hole trying to find out. And it's a young something purple, and it took me a while to find out.
Maybe we can find it. Let me see.
It's very cool.
Net spawn cycle. So that means you can buy an egg in 7 days, 19 hours, and all that. Let's see. Community. Oh, this reddish purple one?
No.
This one just hatched. No.
Go down. It is. There you go, right in the middle.
That one. Who's that? High yield maxi. Oh, Lord.
I'm going to click on the actual dragon, remember? Yeah.
Yes. And then
look at that.
Male.
Like, what is that color?
Fire and water. Huh.
Yeah, it's fire and water.
It's like a magenta.
I thought magenta, and then I thought
Right?
was it mauve or I don't know, mauve or taupe. But I looked up pink purples, and there's a whole weird system, and it's like what's it called, like a hex system,
Oh,
and of how different colors and what the like how much, like it's like 22% purple and 8% red, and it was difficult to find, but I found
primal color or whatever.
it was no of colors in general,
Oh,
like the people that make colors and say what colors are. Yeah, it's 'cause I was like, what color is that? It's purple, but it's not really purple. It's not pink, but it's pink, but it's purple. I don't know. I thought it was really cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
It's a non-magical one.
A non-magical?
Yeah, it just said non-magical.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Go to the
That's where I'm
properties,
still learning all this.
elements.
Oh,
Try the
wait.
elements.
I think it was in genetics.
Genetics. Yeah, you go.
Non-magical. Huh. Temperament extreme. That's like mine is extreme.
It means like skateboarding and stuff.
Yeah. It means it's hard to breed with, they said.
Dream.
Yeah. Traits, raw data. Well, that's cool. Let's see. The whole community. And Joe said that he's going to be giving away keys again, even in this next one. 120 total assets, I guess, because that includes everybody's keys as well.
Still 35. One golden.
Yeah. Does that affect the dragon when the egg is golden?
I do.
Has it hatched? It hasn't hatched.
Golden egg.
It still says
that's cool.
incubating. Interesting. And double water.
Hope it hatches its name like Pony Boy or something. Maybe.
There's Kifs. Oh, look at this blue one. That's pretty. And there was somebody on Twitter offering to do a 3D rendering of your dragon for like some DRGN. Like if you paid them. I don't know how they would do that or how that works, but I would think they had to have a license from Dragon Chain to do that, or from Dracaria to do that. But I don't know how that works.
I don't know. I mean, if it's your dragon, I guess you can do what you want with it.
Oh, good point. Can you? Or is it? That would be a good question to ask Joe.
Yeah.
What are the? Is it your dragon?
What's Thursday?
It's like a free for all. The subject for WBRT?
It's not. Is it the reaction one? No.
No, not yet. It says freestyle blockchain. Freestyle blockchain content. So
Okay.
pretty much anybody can go to den.social and the WBRT layer, the World Blockchain Roundtable layer, and ask anything. And we'll go through the questions and they can pretty much ask anything. It'll be a freestyle.
Cool. We'll all rap.
Yeah. Although that would be quite
Isn't it weird how everyone's dying?
Well, no, not really.
I think it's weird.
A lot of people took the jab and now they're announcing and admitting that it was dangerous. And
yeah, but it's like all, these like older famous like Ozzy and then like 3 or 4 more musicians. It's just, it seems that Hulk Hogan, everyone's like bam, 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 bam. It was just a weird like week or two of death.
Remember all the CEOs that quit
Yeah, but they didn't quit living.
when Ghislaine went on trial, and now she's magically working a deal to come speak to Congress, and all these people are dying.
What's up with the Bongino thing? Have you been following that?
Mm.
He's, kind of the fly in their ointment. He said that he'll never be the same after what he's seen. All that, just like a lot of cryptic stuff, but he's not going away. And he's not changing his kind of anti administration.
I don't know. A lot of these people, I think, were put in those positions to show what's been going on for a long time. He was in Secret Service for a long time. He was Hillary's Secret Service. He was Clinton's. He was Obama's. There's emails that I guess he was on. I guess he was in charge of like cleanup or something. There's emails allegedly that he told Obama, or Obama told him to clean up the pizza boxes and the hot dog boxes because media was coming. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, but he said it's stuff that he's seen since he took the position. So if he saw that stuff already, that would, So I don't know, but it's.
You think that's the first time he saw it?
Something's odd, It's but we'll see. I don't.
His head's shaped a little different since he left the show too. So I don't know. Maybe he went to that same spa that Alex Jones went to when Alex lost all that weight and came back.
Or who's hoodie guy for you? Fetterman. Fetterman, like completely, totally different guy.
Yeah, they found a new workout weight loss spa. And
pretty sure something that was. Oh, it was you. You sent me the central casting thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a funny video. It was interesting.
That was good. We should play that. Westwood's the one that taught me about that. He pointed that out to me back in the day.
But hearing Trump use it as an industry person.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, "Oh, that guy's fake," he's central casting. Oh, central casting.
Straight from central casting. Hold on a minute. Let me get it to play. Oh, of course, it's gonna auto. Hold on a second. Let me try to, and hopefully you guys can hear it, because sometimes, well, actually, you know what? What's the trick? Put it in a different browser.
Yeah, different browser.
You can hear it. No, I can't do it because I can't log in on a different browser. You might have to do it if you can do it, because I don't think they'll be able to hear it, to be honest. I can try, but I've done this before.
Casting is like casting a mold.
Everyone is central casting. Yeah. Central casting.
Judge Kavanaugh, who's central casting.
Central casting has been around since 1925. It was actually created by Scientologists. They needed to create an agency where movie production companies could just call on somebody and say, hey, we need some dancers for the background, or we need a fake crowd, or we need a body double, fake experts, fake firefighters, fake police, crisis actors, fake doctors, fake anything, so that you can continue pushing out your movie. Trump always talks about central casting. He knows the implication. Judges, you, him. Well, he never calls himself central casting.
These guys are central casting, like from a movie. Great central casting general. Everyone is central casting.
You guys are fake. You guys are actors. You guys are central casting. There's jobs available right now on Central Casting's website. People who have experience of just standing around in a protest. It's not like Trump doesn't know that. I just want to remind people that you are in their playhouse. You're made to believe it's all real. And I don't want to go into the moon landing and all of that. It's not like this is something new. They've been able to put things in studios, put it on a national scale, tell you as the public it's all real, and you're made to believe it. But central casting's been around since 1925. They're experts at how to do this. You remember last year the big thing was all about Biden and clones and wearing a mask. Do you know what central casting is? Like casting.
I think it's looping at this point. Yeah, I love when he says, and we're not going to get into the whole landing on the moon thing or any of that. Oh, it's so bad. I hope you guys could hear that. No, you're shaking your head. You're on mute. You're muted.
I know. There we go.
Could they hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was. I heard it. It was loud. It was good.
Good.
I was looking at you heard of the Real ID thing?
Oh, yeah. I refuse to do that.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like kind of like a passport for in U.S. travel, which you should just be able to use your driver's license or whatever.
You should, or your passport.
Yeah, you shouldn't need a passport to go within your own. I think that's worse.
Within your own country, yeah, you shouldn't. You're right.
That's literally, let me see your papers.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the Real ID thing that's bad.
But another thing along with that during the Great Infection, because I had sold a dining room table and buffet to this little couple, and their mother came, and she's actually the postmaster general, or like not the postmaster general, but like one of the supervising for like Texas, Oklahoma, and part of Arkansas, or maybe all of Arkansas. And she was saying, I was asking her about, oh, well, I noticed they put the passport things. They've always had like some part of the passport thing in some of the post office. And she said that during the Great Infection, they put them in all of the post offices, and they put digital fingerprint machines in them so that you can get it done all right.
I thought they had digital fingerprint machines ready. Oklahoma, I used to think a lot of things that were in Oklahoma weren't. They're actually in Arkansas. Because it used to be the Oklahoma Territory was the whole area, and then they like Arkansas and other states were formed, but that all used to be Oklahoma. Like the Great Bigfoot War, I thought that happened in Oklahoma.
No, a lot of that's the whatever mountains over there where Mom is, where we're moving.
You're moving to where they had the Bigfoot War?
Well, I don't know about the Bigfoot War, but that's like Bigfoot country is over there.
When is the Bigfoot? It's like the Bigfoot War of 1829 or something.
Oh, I've never heard of such a thing.
Bigfoot War of 1855. The Choctaw War on Bigfoot in 1855.
Choctaw Nation's like
Bigfoot or Sasquatch is an aged legend of outdoorsman myth north. So this is the following a well-researched account from Texas. Where is it? There's pictures of it. So,
what area is it saying?
It was Oklahoma Territory, but that now we're Arkansas. So, a group of 30 Choctaw cavalrymen were organized to hunt down. So it's a really cool story.
This is eastern Oklahoma. This article.
Choctaws. That was now in LaFleur County.
That's Poto. That's where I went to high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm. LaFleur County. Mm-hmm.
That was in what is now LaFleur County, and farmers in what's now Arkansas were experiencing some terrifying events. It all began in a rather benign way with the theft of vegetables, a few head of livestock, and other foodstuffs by stealthy bandits at night. The thieves were cagey, but quiet and never seen. They were also smart. Somehow they never ventured into the Choctaw encampments on nights when watchmen were in place. Neither did the bandits ever fail to fall into the traps by farmers outside of the Indian Territory. Those charged finding and capturing these marauders began to develop a begrudging respect for the wildness of their adversaries. As time went by, The petty thefts continued. The thefts were annoying, caused some hardships. Choctaw or their neighbors, Anglo farmers, were afraid for food bandits. However, things changed once women and children began to go missing. Spurred by reports, these kidnappings, a group of 30 Choctaw cavalrymen was organized to hunt down the abductors. The group was led by Joshua LaFleur, a man of mixed Choctaw and French blood who is deeply respected by his fellow tribesmen. Also joining the search party was Choctaw warrior named Hamas Tubby and his 6 sons. The Tubbies were huge men, all approaching 7 feet in height and weighing more than 300 pounds each, and were regarded as fierce warriors, expert horsemen. The Tubbies were so effective in mounted warfare, despite their massive size, it became known as the Light Horsemen, probably because they were as big as a light horse. The contingent of searchers, armed to the teeth, set out into the region known as McCurtain County, wilderness area.
Also to Arkansas, McCurtain County.
After riding all day, the searchers found and arrived in an area where they believed the bandits to be hiding. LaFleur brought his troops to a halt, stood in the stirrups, and was ordered the men to charge forward to a stand of pines roughly 500 yards distant. LaFleur and Truby men led the attack. The troops closed the distance between them and stand of pines. The kidnappers were thought to be hiding. They were assaulted by a tremendous stench, the unmistakable odor of decay and decomposition. The horses of most of the men began to buck and rear, tossing their riders. Only the mounts of LaFleur and Tubby were disciplined enough to remain composed. The 8 men continued. Well, come on, where did they start fighting the things? As LaFleur approached the nearest, here we go. Despite what must have been shocking to him, LaFleur drew his pistol and saber, spurred his mount, and charged. As LaFleur approached the nearest 8, he took a mighty swipe and struck his horse in the head, killing it instantly. LaFleur managed to roll off the falling horse, quickly jumped to his feet, fired multiple shots into the chest of the creature. Once the pistol was empty, LaFleur attacked the ape with his saber, opening up gaping wounds in the animal, which roared in pain. LaFleur's assault on the creature was so quick, and the shock of seeing hair-covered monsters so great, the Tubby men hesitated, completely stupefied, before entering the fray. This delay allowed one of the other 2 apes to get behind LaFleur, who was intensely focused on the ape had engaged. The second beast grabbed LaFleur's head with 2 huge hands and ripped it off his shoulders. The horrible sight jolted the Tubby warriors into action. They opened fire on the 3 Sasquatches with 50 caliber Sharps buffalo rifles, and the 2 beasts were killed, instantly dropping in their tracks. The third creature was wounded, but turned and fled before the lethal shot could be fired. Robert Tubby, only 18 years old, but already 6'11", and well over 300 pounds, spurred his horse, ran down the injured ape, and dispatched him with his hunting knife. The rest of the troop, after gathering their packed horses, joined them. The light horsemen surveyed the area. The bodies of the dead women and children, mostly partially devoured, littering the area, the smell of decay, blah, blah, blah. The unfortunate women and children, and buried their leader, LaFleur, and they returned to Tuscahoma, where it is said even the mighty Tubby men were plagued by terrible nightmares afterward. Some story, is it true or not?
I don't know. That's the first I've heard of it. Yeah, that's, I finished high school. I started in Kingwood, Texas, but when we moved to Oklahoma, we moved to my dad's ranch in LaFleur County.
Yeah, on the screen. I was reading it.
That's where we were.
Yeah, the Bigfoot War of 1855.
Mm-hmm. Pretty wild.
Yep.
We went all over the place with that one.
Yeah, we did.
Well, so
you mean, like we thought that there was a lot of mythological creatures were mythological, but they're real, like the giant squids, lots of other other things that we thought were fake, and they're real. Hopefully the Jersey Devil's not, but
well, we'll see. I know Cliff was even tweeting about like the demons and angels thing, which is pretty exciting to see. I think that'll really cause people to have some critical thinking about the stories that different religious groups have told us, and then people can kind of decide for themselves. So
I started, like in World Blockchain Roundtable, I was talking about the church. How everyone thinks it's, Vatican, but it's just as big, and they have their own country and everything, but it's the Orthodox.
mm-hmm.
And like, I was like, what is it? And it was way back. And the church split. It did the Christian church split in two, and there was the Roman, because the Caesar was splitting up Rome into two different, which then the church, the church was very powerful and part of politics. So there was all these like schisms within the church, and then it split into the Roman Church, the Roman Catholic Church, and then the Orthodox. And it was at Constantinople. It was like they were signing like the Treaty of Constantinople or something. But yeah, that's when it happened. Like the East went off, and they're all Orthodox, and we don't really talk about them much here.
I just have CC songs playing in my head. East West Schism of the Church. Like there's a song about it at school.
I went to private Christian school. You didn't learn nothing about it.
Yeah, no, they're telling the kids all about it. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm excited to see what this report says. So hopefully there will be more transparency with it. Like you were pointing out, that's the need. That is one of the big things about blockchain, and that blockchain brings to the space is transparency. And so if this report is lacking that, then it really has no value. So it'll be interesting to see.
As long as it's open source, as long as it's a public blockchain. Private doesn't bring crap. So
that's true.
That's
true.
On that, there's something I want to talk about. You can remind me on World Blockchain Roundtable.
Oh, okay.
You're the Oklahoma oil business. Offshore drilling. I was like looking into the evolution of that, and that was one of the first times that a company made things open sourced. I think it was Standard Oil. They were inventing all this stuff for offshore drilling, but the government was restricting them. But because they owned all the technology, they did all the research. So they opened up the research and gave it to all the oil companies for free.
That's what you have to do.
Made it open sourced, and then it exploded. They were building offshore rigs everywhere.
Well, that's where that kid that supposedly invented turning plastic into fuel is now missing.
He invented. It's like I used to watch his videos. It's crazy.
Yeah, but so my friend Ken from C60, he and his friend had figured out this Moxie fusion, and we did a whole video on it. And it's another form of energy and kind of like a hydrogen energy kind of thing. Anyway, I'll let him explain it. But they open sourced it because there's history after history of there is an act, the Secrecy or Inventors Secrecy or Privacy Act or something like this, where the government, if you have a disruptive technology that can affect the economy or national service or national security, they can come take it. They will pay you for it, but they can come take it from you. And there's other inventors that have just disappeared. And so that's why he was like, no, we have immediately went open source with it to prevent us from being disappeared or seeing what happened to the work in the past.
I never heard in my life that prohibition, part of the reason it was brought about was because regular people were making gas with their food scraps and their trash, and they were making alcohol, but they didn't drink it. You were using it to run your cars.
Well, that makes sense.
And that was one of the biggest reasons why, because I was like, even as a kid, it didn't make sense. Everyone drank. It's like, why would they just, and also as a kid, I thought it was crazy that the government said, this is a law and you'll go to jail. And then the government said, okay, we're going to give up. And there was like a huge battle. And I always wanted to be a treasury agent when I was a kid. I thought Elliot Ness was like super cool. And, you know, it was just such a crazy thing to me that the government, there was like a war, you know, and it was a huge like propaganda war and everything. But that they backed down and they're like, okay, everyone can, you know, drink and blah. But yeah, I never heard that. Never knew
I
anything.
had never heard that either, put that together, but it makes so much sense that they were trying to keep people from making their own fuel.
And it wasn't like a few people. It was ultra common. It was like hugely common. And people could heat but people were heating their homes with it. People were using it for so much, and it was their trash. So it was biodegradable shit. They were, you know, they were making what this guy came up with, what he was doing with plastic, but it was biofuel.
Yeah.
And and that's one of the biggest reasons why they did it. So
wow. Well, now we know. And you know, once we have free energy, and if you were to have free energy, this, you know, I saw Stephen Greer talk about this before, like these inventors think, oh, I'm going to patent it, or I'm going to do this or that with it. And then they get greedy thinking they're going to make money off of it. Well, if you have free energy, then none of us need money.
yeah,
And we're bartering, trading, exchanging ideas with each other.
Change the species.
Yes, just immediately release it, open source to the people, and it ends all that darkness. And you know, I don't know, it just is insane to me.
When I was in high school. His friend of mine was a mechanic, and he showed, we were like, you know, 16, and he showed me this design for an engine. He's like, yeah, I designed this engine, but it's magnetic. So I was like, oh, what does that do? He goes, well, you know, there's a lot less fuel used and a lot less friction because there only needs to be a small explosion because there's so much, you know, the magnetism is what mostly runs. It's kind of like an e-bike. You know, you can pedal, but you don't have to do much of anything.
Yeah.
And he said engines will last, the parts will last like forever. But I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, but how are you going to make it? He goes, oh, I'm not going to make it. I want to develop it, and then I'll sell it to the you know, oil companies, and they'll just pay me lots of money to not use it. I was like, what? You were kids. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? He goes, yeah, there's no way anyone would ever make this. It's like, they'd probably kill me if I would try to. He goes, no, I'm just going to try to develop it and then sell it to them so that they can, you know,
prevent others
cover it up. Yeah.
energy.
And it was one of the first, you know, like red pills I ever got as a kid. The fact that he knew that was going to happen, I was like, that's weird. Just make it.
Just that thinking differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. We've got Brandon coming with CoinFlip to talk about more solutions, and then Sean, I'll see you on Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
Okay.
Okay. You guys take care. Yes. And we love you. Remember, hit the like button. Go over to my channel, hit the like button.
Yeah. And if you can get one of those interviews with that mining thing, or do a video yourself.
I was going to do a video, but I really wanted to do an interview with them, messaging them. Because, I mean, they're, you know, it's Fluffy Pony, the guy that, you know, they're like famous, but now they're, you know, Tari's only got a few thousand, followers and stuff. They're just starting out. I thought I would be able to get in there, but we'll see.
Maybe so. Satoshi Sean, everybody's friend. All right. Take care, guys. See ya.